Have you noticed people lately acting off? Either they're angry, they're rushed, they're glued to their phones. Well, today I'm going to break down 3 ways that I have noticed people becoming really strange and how not to become one of them. There are several videos on this topic on YouTube, and they all inspired me to make this video today. This video isn't about hating people, it's about protecting your peace and staying human. My name is Amy Brown. I make videos about midlife, about friendships, Aldi, Amazon, and if those topics interest you, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I am an introvert, which obviously is why I have a YouTube channel, but I also appreciate my quiet, my space, and my sanity. So I would like you in the comments below to tell me what's the weirdest behavior you've seen going on out there lately, because I've seen a lot. I'm not hiding from the world. I'm just noticing patterns when I do go out. So think of this as a mirror. And if you catch yourself doing any of these things, then maybe, maybe you don't want to do that anymore. So let me tell you what I have seen. This state of busyness, this frenzy that we're living in, this bubble. And I've noticed if someone asks you, "Hey, how are you?" people say, "Oh, I'm so busy." And if you don't say that you're so busy back, there's something wrong with you. The only acceptable answer right now in almost 2026 is your response is, "I'm busy." So I don't know when that happened, but I am seeing personally, constantly, way more tailgating, way more driver aggression. I mean, almost every time you go out, if I'm just running a quick errand or if I'm working, and I'm in my car actually quite a bit, and it's always something. And I notice, especially at night, it gets dark really early now, and the high beams are always left on and they like blind you. Back in the day, people, I know I sound like I'm 90, but people didn't leave their high beams on constantly. They're cutting across traffic without looking. I'm often, just there'll be somebody tailgating me, they'll go around me, and then they'll go, 3 lanes across quite quickly. And it doesn't look like they're looking, but maybe they are. I've also noticed people just ignoring a smile. Like if you go to Costco and your eyes meet with just a random stranger and you just smile, forget it. It's just ignored. Or when you're in restaurants or in stores, people are having their speakerphone just on maximum so you can hear their entire conversation, which I'm not really interested to hear. Well, I shouldn't say that. Unless it's really interesting, then you go ahead and leave that speakerphone on. But if it's like 99% of the world, shut it off. I don't want to hear it. I doubt you want to hear my conversations. Or people literally walking into things because they have their cell phones like that. Now listen, I'm a realtor. I use my phone constantly. It is my lifeline. It is my office is my phone. But still, you do have to occasionally put your phone down. And I notice waiting in line, I go to Disney a lot, and there's just no personal space, like in lines or in crowds. There used to be just I don't know, just a general accepted, spacing, but that is gone. I was at Epcot the other night and listening to some really pretty music, and there's someone coughing like into my neck. I can't describe it. Like my hair was moving, which is very unsettling and off-putting if I'm being authentic. So I didn't, but I wanted to turn around and tell the person, back up. Just back up and stop coughing into my neck. And people just using profanity all the time. All the time. Just constant. I'm not against profanity, but it's like I notice it's all the time. Like, and for example, there is a grocery store really close to me. It's a Publix. That particular Publix, that parking lot is insane. People are so hostile at that particular Publix that I've seen on different social media, different apps, that people are driving, 10 minutes north to go to a different Publix where the parking lot is just a little bit better and you're not risking your life. I mean, that's odd. Why is that happening? So I just I don't know, but with the tailgating, I just had this happen driving through a residential neighborhood. Someone really tailgating me, so I just pulled over and I let them pass. And I have to do that more and more. I used to do that once in a while, but now it's just a regular thing. And I'm just go ahead, knock yourself out. If you want to pass me, go ahead. So I'm not trying to join the chaos to prove that I'm really productive. So, what can you do to protect your sanity? You could choose to shop at off peak hours when you can. You can build in some margins so that you're not the frantic person, not leaving at the very last minute or leaving 5 minutes late. And you can decide in advance that even if other people are in the chaos mode, that you're choosing not to be. So the first thing I talked about was just this frenzy, this busyness, this chaos. The second strange thing I've noticed more and more is that basic kindness now looks weird. It's getting to the point where saying, excuse me, feels like a big emotional risk. Gary Vaynerchuk is someone that I watch a lot, and he talks about kindness as a strength. And he's been preaching this for years, really, both in the professional setting and in our personal lives. And I really hope, because he has millions and millions of followers, I hope that his message of kindness spreads. But he's got his work cut out for him. I think that the majority of middle class people are living paycheck to paycheck, and this is really a large part of the lack of kindness. People are burned out from working 2, 3, or 4 part-time side hustle jobs, like Uber Eats or whatever. So showing kindness is really more than they can offer. They are physically exhausted, emotionally exhausted, and I think that's a large part of it. Unfortunately, I don't see that changing anytime. It seems so. Even with being completely stressed out and overwhelmed, we still can choose kindness, even when we're going through it. So for an example, just a smile. I know that sounds cliche, but that's the most we can offer other people. It's the best thing that we can offer other people. It could make a huge difference in someone's life because they know that they have been seen by somebody else. You could, nod hello. You could smile when you're going down an aisle. You could hold a door open. I often will ask people, because I'm in Orlando and it's a tourist place, I will ask, would you like me to take a picture of you, and your family? And boy, I get really, really diverse answers. Some people look annoyed that I spoke to them, and I don't know what they think, but they're not interested. Some people are super grateful, and I hope all those strangers are enjoying their photos that I took for them over the years. Photo cred. So we, unfortunately, there's a lot of politics coming into that about who deserves basic respect. I'm in one camp or I'm the other. So I'm not going to be nice to people in the other category. And we just need to get past that and just have kindness across the board because, basic human decency is not political, or it shouldn't be. You can have boundaries and you can have situational awareness without being a jerk. So the third thing I want to talk about is the zombie culture that we are seeing. Sometimes it's the zombie phone culture, but I've seen it many times where there's no phone involved. I'm just thinking off the top of my head, I went through the Dunkin' Donuts drive-through yesterday, and the person, I didn't see her face, it was just through the speaker in the drive-through line. I don't know what that person was going through, and I don't want to judge them because maybe it's something awful, but they just hate their life. And so I don't know if that means they need to quit that job. I don't know what it means, but this their tone when they spoke in was so zombie like and devoid of any human emotion. I know that sounds overly dramatic in the Dunkin' Donuts drive through, but I mean I kind of, despite as I drove past, I kind of laughed to myself. Luckily they wouldn't have heard that, but I was like, wow, that's when you need to find a new job. Having said that, there might not be another job to find. So that's, you know, it cuts both ways. So, people joke about the zombie apocalypse and iPhones, but I mean, there is something real with this younger generation, in particular the Gen Z generation. And there's a meme for the Gen Z stare, and if you haven't seen it or don't know what I'm talking about, go ahead and Google that. It's a real thing. It's just this complete blank stare when you ask a question, that the response is just a blank stare. So this whole zombie culture, I mean, we really need to wake up and be, be humans. So there are people that I see leaving the high schools, and they're on electronic bikes, and they literally have the phone in front of their faces like that as they are zooming past at 35 miles per hour. And it's a really bizarre photo when or image in my head, when you'll have maybe 15 to 20 high school students all in a row, all in a group, all doing the same thing, zooming with their phones in front of their faces. So, again, I mentioned Disney a few times, and if I like to go out to eat at Disney, and you'll go to the restaurants and you'll see these families, they're on their vacation, they've been waiting, they've been saving up, they're finally at the most magical place on earth, and they all have their phones out, and the whole table, and I'm like, wow, it's just, I'm sure my family has done the same thing. It's just more interesting to see it from a spectator's point of view. And if you're if you actually go into a Starbucks and you're in line, everyone has their phone out like this. Like, you can't wait in line. What's really odd to me, and this goes to what my channel is about females and friendships. I've had friends on Facebook, and I've seen them at Target, and I was gonna do the little wave. Just, I wasn't going to stop and talk and bother them. I was just going to wave. And, they will walk right past you. Literally walk right past you. And I'm thinking, aren't we Facebook friends? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that means. I don't know why we're Facebook friends if you can't even, look at me when you see me in person. So we can't control the world around us, but we can absolutely become better. We can control who we want to be in the world. And I just want to, go back to Gary Vaynerchuk and just spreading kindness. And he had recently on his social media, he said, admit it. Admit right now in the comments if you've ever gone on to social media and left a negative, nasty comment. Just admit it, come clean, and stop it. Just stop it. If you don't have, the old saying, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it. So that's something that we need to bring back a little bit more. And we don't want to become this frantic, cold, half present human that so many of us have become. We want to be steady, kind, and actually alive when we're out interacting with the world. So you have the frenzy, you have the phone zombie culture. So which of these do you see yourself in? Go ahead if you want to, and leave a comment below. So I guess maybe in the next 24 to 48 hours, try to slow down, become more engaged when you're out in public. Particularly, we're all going to be out in the stores right now, probably doing some last minute holiday shopping. I unfortunately need to go to Costco, and that is going to be insane. Need to brace myself. So I'm going to try to employ kindness. I'm going to smile at a few people, see how that goes. So if you like this type of video, please go ahead and subscribe. My next video, I'm going to be talking about friendships in a world where everyone is too busy. Thank you for watching, and happy holidays.